Three.
It's John and Pete and John and the Two-Sided Podcast. Pete and John and Pete and the Two-Sided Podcast. Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday live on stereo. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Two-Sided Thursday Night Live Show. I am my boy Pete here in Southern California, and this is John L. Peacock in Brooklyn, New York, coming to you live.
What up, y'all?
I don't know. Thanks for tuning in live on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in on stereo. Yeah, we have a whole show here. We're every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. If you can't find us now, if you're watching this on our YouTube, our handle is @Two-Sided. We're also on Spotify, Apple Pod, Amazon Music, Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, Farmers Only, Fans Only, Only Farmers, Only Fans. It's where we're equal opportunity when it comes to websites. So drop us a link, or drop us a like, drop us a note. Welcome to the show. So, John, what do you say we pop these bubbles and we get started, baby?
That sounds fantastic, my friend. Let's do it.
Like Heisenberg from Breaking Bad, but a part of me does because I sound fucking awesome. But anyway, no, I'm going beside the point. The thing is, anyway, so I tried to keep my username as Muse Lover, but then I changed my nickname because I'm Bloku, I'm Blauser, I'm third iteration to be continued.
It's about all about staying off the grid, bro. If they can't hit what they can't catch. Ain't that right, Blouser?
Hey, shout out to Foundation, Spawn Days, Foxy, Muse Lover, and well, Two Sides, John L. Peacock, Esquire. How are you, sir? And my boy Pete. It's not a dream. I'm running. This is an eternal recurrence. I'm back.
Yes, sir.
It's like the Earl Burroughs. It's the snake eating its tail. It's maybe it's a little redundant to you, but let's just do a shot. Yeah.
Just play out. Just shake it out, baby. I know you've all had a rough week. We're almost there, baby. Oh shit, we're almost there. All you gotta do is hold on. I get inspiration from that, John. That's gonna be like, I'm saying, everybody just hold on. Dub's here. The end of the week is almost here. Let's all do a shot. Raise our glasses. We made it this far, folks. We did it. Let's have fun. Cheers. Bink, bink,
Cheers,
bink.
everybody.
Hooah! What are you talking about? Thanks for tuning in. Dub, I want you to know, even though we're not playing messages like in between this, as we start the show, I want you to know collectively, if you're watching the YouTube, if you click above, I'm going to randomly just hold shots up. In my mind, I'm playing reggae, thinking of you. It's not like a romantic thing. It's just like a Pavlovian thing. Wait, that didn't come out wrong. Anyway.
That did come out wrong. It didn't come out wrong at all.
No, it came out perfect. Nailed it. Oof. Oof. Yeah. All right,
You ready,
John,
buddy?
What do you say? I think I'm ready. I poured a shot. Let's do it.
I say, well, howdy.
The soothing sounds, the dulcet tones of the didgeridoo and harmonica. Warm your heart, warm the cockles of your heart every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. Greenwich Meanwich Sandwich Time on Fridays.
I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
And I'm my boy Pete in Southern California.
And you're listening to Two Sided, a live recorded podcast where each week I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the serious and the fun.
Yeah, the you and the me, John. The no and the yes. The pull and the push, the ebb and the flow, the give and the take, the yin and the yang, the Pico and the Gallo, the Marvin and the gay, the let's do shots in the sober October. Who likes those guys? Come on, John. Let's get with the program.
Well, I mean, let's get with the program. Let's do a quick general check-in. My boy Pete, how you feeling in 3 words? How you feeling?
Let's do shots.
Well, anyone can take a shot with us if they'd like. We're always in. Cheers. Cheers to all of you. Hey, you're welcome for listening.
Hooah. That one goes out to those special fans out there. They know who they are. All right, John.
And speaking of special fans, I think that's going to lead us to our first lightning round.
Lightning round! It's time to get down. Come on, come on, come on. Oh man, it's been a long week, you guys, and can I be real for a hot minute?
Yeah, lightning round guy, you can.
I just get so tired of being lightning guy. Sometimes I want to be Mr. Lightning, like my dad. He said I'd have much more fun if I just retired to the suburbs, drove maybe a sedan or a station wagon with wood paneling. If you still can get them shits, call me Mr. Lightning. I don't know, John. What do you think?
Well, Mark Twain always said that words have power and specific words have specific power. It's the difference between lightning round guy and Mr. Lightning, you know?
Yeah, John, I think you're right. Yeah, John, I think you are right. John, I think you're right, baby. Woo! Fuck you, Dad. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. John, show I'll be back after I heard you guys want to have another round. You call me, all right?
That's the spirit, buddy. That's the spirit.
All right. See you guys later. Have fun on the show.
I know. He seems like he had a rough road, and I was no inspiration. Like, you weren't around. You don't support the adoptive lightning guy that we got 2 years ago.
Right.
He said he won't eat much. He'll stay in the closet. Just throw a couple cans of paint in there every once in a while. It'll be fine. That affected him, John. I want to see him grow. I want to see him grow and mature as a lightning person.
Maybe we're just not watering him enough. Anyway, anyone who's anyone knows that the first lightning round of the episode is always a standard Q&A. My boy Pete, are you ready for the questions?
John, I am so ready for these questions. I could probably ask you some of them and then respond in kind, but I won't do that and take your thunder.
First question, my boy Pete, what is your favorite champagne brand? What's your favorite brand of champagne?
The Veuve Clicquot, the one with the yellow label. If I have to, but man, it's not good. Is it sweet? No, it's champagne. Then I don't give a shit. It's like wine to me. It's like, oh, it's wine that's bubbles. Like, I don't give a shit. Can I put ice in here? Do not put ice in there. This is champagne from the finest regions of Champagne. Oh, you'll be so impressed with all of the wonderful notes. It comes from the orchard. The Terre du Noir is like bouquet in your mouth, coming over and over. Flower bouquet come. It's beautiful. Nah, man. I need ice or something sweet. You got Sprite?
So like a Barefoot from Australia, Magnum, a Moscato champagne, or
There you go, Moscato.
sparkling.
Like a Moscato. Like a Moscato. I will fuck with Moscato. I will fuck with Ice Fine. Give me a late harvest. Anything with high sugars. Like, oh, you'll drink a small glass of this and you will have type 2 diabetes. That's the shit I'm into if we're gonna have to drink wine. Otherwise, just give me liquor, baby. Come on.
Right.
I'm an adult. You're an adult. Let's not front.
Right.
Oh, you don't have any? Turns out I do. See this wooden leg? Actually, the booze.
Well, on that note, my boy Pete, what is your favorite cognac brand? Your favorite brand of cognac?
No, I don't fuck with cognac. I know my limits and I know my boundaries. I don't like it. It's not good enough. Like, it's too expensive. I had a Remy Martin something. They said it was expensive. Like, yeah, nope, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Can I get some ice cubes? You guys got Coke? Can I put Coke in here? No, thank you. It's just too much, man. I don't like anything neat unless you're doing shots of it. And like, you just drank $150 worth of Remy. I'm like, yeah, fucking awful. What proof is it? No, man. No, thank you.
All right. Moving right along then. My boy Pete, what is your favorite fashion brand? Your favorite fashion brand?
John, I'm finally, someone asked me that. I've been waiting. My favorite fashion brand, I would have to say. Wait, what round are we playing? I don't know. I like Jenkos. I like Bongo jeans. Fucking, come on, man. Early 90s references. No. Okay. I'm not fashion like, if I would have to say my favorite like what I would get into would be Stussy, you know. Boo Boo. Well, no, that's still around, but I would say, if I'm something that I do, like, I would say Nike.
Okay.
Because shoes is fashion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so especially Nike. Yeah. I mean, people buy those, wait in line, pre-order, etc., etc., etc. Sometimes never even take them out of the box because it's just like, oh, I got this prestige, right?
I had a pair of the original Air Jordans. My dad found them at a thrift store that were used, and he got them for like $25, and they were used, like they were used shoes. So I like, fuck it. I wore it when I played basketball. Wore them. I couldn't play basketball, so I needed people to look at my shoes at least. Like, I could do football, baseball, volleyball. That whole dribbling thing, you can't hit anyone. This is weird.
All right, final question, my boy Pete. What is your favorite brand overall? What's your favorite overall brand?
Kellogg's.
Bing, bing, bing. That actually is the correct answer.
Thanks, buddy.
They're known for.
They don't call me Special K for nothing.
Wait, never mind. Let's move on.
Moving on. Allegedly. Anyway, call me.
Fantastic. All right. Hey, I think you spoke the truth there. You said what you had to say. You said your all, and let's leave it at that.
Let's all let you know. We leave everything on the field. I'd like to thank. It's not really my effort; it's a team effort. You know, coaching staff, defensive line, God. Woo! We'll get them in the next game. Can't wait for the next matchup.
That's right.
I'll see you guys in Disneyland.
All right. I'm changing the topic because, well, for those listening live on stereo, you used to be able to see all the topics long before Pete ever would, and some people would ruin it and just like spoil the whole thing. So we got this and that and the other. I think that's cool. And that's it.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. So wait, our next show is this and that and the other. Oh no, that's what it said before. Oh, this and okay, serious and then okay. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the screen that you put up. I give little weight to any of your words, John. They roll off my back like a toddler in the 10 items or less checkout line as his mother flips through the Inquirer. I hear nothing. I see only man gives birth to baby. Look, that's a fact. There's a picture right here. That's all I see.
Well, we got a couple of people on the YouTube. We got Spondy and Awesome Sauce Radio both chiming in. Hello to all out there. And we got a quick message, and then we'll jump into our first segment.
All right, buddy. Let's rock and roll. Stupid. Right. So you don't know the training camp that me and my D line went through. It's been ridiculous.
For those watching live on the YouTubes, sorry, I forgot to switch that over, so you didn't hear that message, but it was a great one. All right, let's get into it.
Oh, let's get into it. You know what, John? I'm gonna go. Play the message. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Message 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna count it off. It'll be a whole thing. It'll be great.
That's great.
Right. Let's start the first segment, buddy.
All right, so Claude Moet considered the Champagne region of East Paris in the Marne River Valley to be an ideal location for wine production. He established a vineyard near Epernay, but became frustrated dealing with all the people who were distributors. It's a French name. Courtiers en vie.
You see, all these things I have up here, I have the perfect spot for my wine. It grows like nobody's business. It's very beautiful. And then all of these distributors, they come here. It's horrible. Deal with them. Cannot. I will not. I will barely make champagne here. But I still will. Listen to the rest of my story. I have more to say.
Then he turned to a Spaniard. What happened there?
Well, to deal with that, Moet decided to buy one of the offices of the Courtiers en vie and sell the wine himself. So he cut out the middleman.
You think you have the best on me? No, you do not. I will buy all the rails, all the stores. I will sell my own wine. I bite my hand. I snap my finger. I shun you generally in your general direction.
Also, Spaniard at the end.
Or a little Monty Python.
Did
Little
he
Monty
travel a
Python.
lot? That was a Frenchman, John. That was a generic Frenchman. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, in 1743, Moet et Cie, which is Moet and Company, was formed. His son, Claude Louis, and him quickly established customer accounts that included Madame de Pompadour, who regularly ordered.
Bonjour, ça va? Ça va bien? Madame Pompadour, que c'est-il? Would you like the normal? A big vat of our wine? Oh, you want the champagne? Oh, you're so smart. Oui, Pepe! Bring Madame Pompadour the best champagne we have. I insist, and also some paella.
Maybe some sangria.
Yes. In Ibiza, we all drink the same things. I have champagne, yeah? It's no problem.
I don't know what's happening, John. You got to lean into it if you can't fix it. Keep
That's
going.
right. So
You wait for the next
1750.
time.
1750, he began selling champagne in Germany, Spain, Eastern Europe, and even in America.
I told you it was because he went to Spain. I knew it. Yes, I went to Spain. The Spaniards. He's very good to me.
Sometimes, it's other times. I travel the continents. I look for champagne. They call me Mouet. It's other times. Other times, Pactao. I travel all over the world with my champagne. I am the most interesting man in the world.
And he was, but in 1792 he died, leaving the company to his grandson, Jean Remy, who laid the groundwork for later success of Moet. He expanded the base of operations by purchasing vineyards of the Abbey de Hautevillers, which was a century earlier where the Benedictine monk Dom Perignon perfected the double fermentation, which created champagne. So 1600s, that happened. 1700s, he's like, hey, I want a piece of that. The grandson of Moet.
I want to see all of the things. I would like to have the Dom Perignon vineyards as well. Hey, what the fuck? Hey, my name's Dom Perignon. A lot of times people mistake me. I'm from Brooklyn. I don't fuck around. I'm Dom. From originally from Sicily. Came here, fucking beautiful land. It's fucking beautiful. Anyway, you trying to take my vineyard? You trying to take my vineyard? Yes, I'm trying to take your vineyard. Why? Yeah, no, I just wanted to ask. Yeah, fair enough. You can have it. Hey, Dom Perignon, out!
Well, speaking of Bob bosses, it was Jean Remy's friendship with Napoleon that helped the company attract a loyal international following.
Hold up. Hold up. So Jean Remy was cozy with the little Napoleon.
Yeah.
And that helped propagate his brand.
Yeah. Internationally.
That's fantastic. No, no. We will have all the champagnes we want. Also, I like to have cases. I know, I smell and sound like German. It's the sauerkraut. Give me 1 second. What is wrong? Hey, I don't do it. Fuck, I'm paddling uphill now. Go. Nope, can't get a Napoleon out. Can't do too French.
Right, yeah. Especially a really angry young little French. Okay, so the early 19th century list of loyal customers. The Tsar Alexander of Russia, Emperor Francis II of Austria, who was Napoleon's father-in-law, the Duke of Wellington, Madame de Stael, Queen Victoria, and the Prince Royal of Russia, which was the Emperor of Germany later.
Wellington, the Duke of Wellington. He had the best steaks.
He was so good with those steaks, he had to hide them in a little puff pastry.
Nobody gets my steaks. Nobody gets my steaks. I'm the Duke of Wellington, and I hide my meats in puff pastries. Put a little bit of bacon fat around it. Bring it up. It's lovely. Then I hide it. Fucking puff pastry. You gotta let it rise in the cellar somewhere hidden. And then when no one's looking, slip it in the oven. 375, 38 minutes. Fucking keep an eye on it. I'm the Duke of Wellington. Don't touch me meats.
In 1832, Jean Remy retired and relinquished direction of the company to his son Victor and son-in-law Pierre Gabriel Chandon de Brazil. Not Brazil. Brales. De Brales.
But I just, man, why you gotta name your kids that? Like, look, they're gonna inherit the champagne place anyway, right? You don't have to name them like that. Just like Pierre Didier, mon Dieu, the second, third, and fifth of his generation, a beacon of light to the people, the lover of pastry, the hater of the bad champagne.
Well, this actually To reflect the new partnership, the company's name was changed to Moet et Chandon, which is its Moet Chandon.
Bonjour, ça va bien? Oh, ça va. Je présente les messieurs submergés.
Okay, moving on. In the Hennessy Cognac Distillery was founded by Irish Jacobite military officer Richard Hennessy. So he was an Irishman who was a military man. In 1756, he served in the army of Louis XV, and then he retired to the Cognac region and began distilling.
Nobody will take their hands off me cognac. I have the right to all the distilleries I want. Oh, well, that seems very unlikely now, don't it? You come here, you try to take me land. You're not going to do it. I'm going to see, stand by it.
Uh-huh. So the first thing he did was distill and export brandies, first to the United Kingdom and his native Ireland, closely followed by the United States.
Yeah, if you want my brandy, you'll have to get it from the United States. Those fuckers drink a lot. No, see, now we're heading up north. Just go.
In 1813, Richard Hennessy's son, James Hennessy, gave the company its trading name, Joss Hennessy & Co. And he was also responsible for choosing Jean Friol as the house master blender. The reason why I bring that up is because a member of the Friol family has occupied the role ever since, a business relationship that has lasted 8 generations and more than 250 years.
That's awesome, John. Because if you're just a townsperson in the Hennessy area distillery, as a poor peasant person, who's like,
how can I get my daughter to fuck her way in that bloodline? Maybe one day he'll be a fleur-de-lis and he can be a master distiller. Darling, go fuck those boys. Go on, go fuck them real good. We're gonna make them mint, honey.
John, specific, you got to get in. You can't get voted in. You got to fuck your way in.
Oh yeah, like in most things.
Yeah, the country club I just joined, it was crazy. Everyone wore masks. There was a lot of wax involved. Anyway, I have a tea time, 7 a.m. Sunday, so that's good.
Speaking of tea times, on our YouTube, we got a chat from Joey. Is this the first appearance of French My Boy Pete? Question mark.
Bonjour, ça va bien? Monsieur Jojo, how's you? No, we have been here a very, very long time.
Again, my man Joe. That's awesome.
So Hennessy became the world's leading exporter of brandy in the 1840s. It has never lost that status since. By 1860, it represented out of every 4 bottles of cognac sold internationally.
Wow. Okay. So 1 in 4 was the Hennessy.
Yeah.
Internationally, by what year?
1860.
Okay. Running house early. I like it.
Yeah.
See, but I'm not a cognac fan. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, keep going.
Well, the reason why they got so popular was kind of the innovation that they had, which today they'd call it marketing. So the first marquis to sell they were the first ones to sell bottles rather than casks of cognac, which helped it survive the great French wine blight in the mid-19th century because they were using glass.
Oh my God. So there's so much blight around here, I cannot have the wine. Do you have maybe a small pint of cognac I can have? Keep the edge off. I do not smoke and beat my wife and the cat in the moonlight. That would be great. Thank you very much.
They also were the first to use star ratings of the types of cognac, and the gradings, you might know them, VSOP and XO. That was done by Hennessy. Everyone else followed suit.
XL, XXL, and an extra medium were all done by Hanes. I don't know if you knew that.
Everyone else followed suit. Or
100%.
pants.
Dress size, I can't even fuck with that. I think I'm a 17. Going on 18. Maybe I'm lying to myself. Go ahead, John.
Moving on. Louis Vuitton left Ancre, his birthplace in the Jura, for Paris in 1835 at age 14. After traveling for an entire year on foot, he reached the capital. So from the south east of France, the south of France, to Paris, which is in the northwest. Took him a year. Anyway, he soon became an apprentice packer and trunk maker.
Okay. Like, it's no Samsonite, but I'm with it. So he learned a trade.
Right. So he was the son of a carpenter. Vuitton mastered the skill of woodworking and designing trunks, and within 10 years had become an expert.
My mind shifts so quickly these days, John. He was a son of a what?
Carpenter.
Was a son of a carpenter. The only one who could ever teach me was a son of a carpenter. I said Joseph, yeah, Jesus, Holy Spirit, yeah, yeah. Love.
He
No, I love them church songs. I'll hail at the altar of the two-sided pod. Sorry.
he quickly gained a lot of experience of dealing with wealthy people traveling, especially wealthy women, because his master, Monsieur Marachal Vuitton, went regularly to the Tourelles Palace, as they were the exclusive packers of the Empress Eugenie and her ladies-in-waiting. Oh, Eugenie. Empress Eugenie.
Eugene! Here, this week on the adventures of Princess Eugenie.
What is it, Mom?
Princess Eugenie, ugly as shit, doesn't like to pack herself.
Princess Eugene.
I'd watch it. I'm going to pitch it to Hulu this weekend. I really hope it goes well.
So 1854, he opened his own business in Paris, and his invention of flat-top trunks, which were more easily stacked for travel than the traditional domed trunks, established his reputation as a master luggage maker.
No, if he was really thinking outside the luggage carrier, he would have made domed bottoms so they could stack correctly. You still have all that space, and it's all a mind game. Hey, rich people, you like this extra space? Well, I took it from the bottom, and you don't even know. They call me
Like,
Big Dome Versace. I never made it big. That flat roof Vuitton got me.
moving on. In 1944, Killian Hennessy, a fifth-generation direct descendant of Richard Hennessy, the founder, began assisting his cousin Maurice Hennessy in running the business. Killian had intended to become a banker, but instead went on to the position the position as an international brand, traveling to Ireland, the United States, and Asia to promote Hennessy.
I feel like I've seen this show. Like, do they end up running a gang and they cut each other with fucking razor blades in their hats? I think I've seen this one. No? Okay, keep going.
Moët et Chandon gained control of Runat Perret et Fils, which was France's oldest champagne house and Moët's chief competitor in 1962. They also acquired Mercier, another rival champagne house, in 1970, and soon thereafter purchased an interest in Parfums Christian Dior, which was the first undertaking outside of the champagne business.
It's a hostile fashion takeover, you guys. Do you see? In Monopoly, this is what we call a monopoly. Also, if we play, I'm the car. So
So they later completed that takeover of Dior, which for the perfumes of Miss Dior, Dior Essence, and Eau Sauvage, which is Johnny Depp has been the spokesperson of that one.
you like Miss Dior, you'll love Primo. Wait, no. Anyway.
Moving on. In 1971, Killian Hennessy spearheaded the company's merger with Moet et Chandon to create Moet Hennessy, which eventually went public and thrived financially.
Holy shit. I didn't know this. I didn't know that they teamed up. I'm glad I don't support either of their beverages, John. They should not be supported. You guys drink liquor like true patriots. Whoa. Yeah, well, it works either way, but don't do that because of that. But I'm sure they do, but don't. Do it for the right reasons. Like this. John, take a break.
All right.
We're almost there, folks. Stick with us. Cheers, baby.
Cheers.
Bink, bink.
So close. Mm.
Ew.
In June 1987, Moet Hennessy announced plans to merge with Louis Vuitton, a champagne and luggage concern at that point. A new holding company called LVMH was formed to operate three separate businesses: Moet Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, and Dior.
That's like when Jay-Z and Beyonce got married. It's like, man, you can't do that. That's a whole monopoly. Oh, now you're having babies and shit? That ain't cool. Because they're fucking up the industry for everyone else. Uncle Puffy, like, this is all bullshit.
Well, so the merger strengthened Moet Hennessy's family control, settled the question of management succession with Louis Vuitton. There's names there, but we don't. Anyway, in addition to announcing the merger, Moet Hennessy also completed a separate agreement with Guinness to cooperate in the distribution and marketing of each other's products.
Fuck off. I think I want to hear what they have to say. That sounds pretty good. Now I get Irish. That's crazy. Now, here's the brogue. Listen. Hear me now, believe me later. We can't just stay on our own 2 feet. We're Guinness, we serve warm beer. It's awful. These Moet guys, they're with Hennessy. You know we all fuck with Hennessy, right? Yeah, let's sell out. Go swim in our big vats of money. Work smarter, not harder. That's what the statement of Guinness and Scrooge McDuck always was and always will be.
That's a fact. Look it up.
Look it up. That's a fact. Ain't that right, John? Ain't that right, John? Folks, we are the Two-Sided Pod. We're here live every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Meanwich sandwich time if you're across the pond on Fridays. Set your alarm or drink until we get up.
So this is what we're talking about, by the way. All that was just background.
Jesus Christ, John. I feel like
It gets better.
all the things they say to you are like fall on deaf ears. Like, remember timeliness, cleanliness, song in your heart, pep in your step, all of these things. Like, yeah. Fast forward 50 minutes later. That was my intro. That was my precursor. Now that you know what we're talking about, let me get into the real meat and potatoes of this goddamn show. Holy balls and sack, John. I love you. Let's continue.
This is where things get weird.
Is this? Oh, are you talking about this? Because this got John. John, if you think this is weird, wait till we get to our second segment and how I react for your timeliness then. Oh, you're talking the story? Sorry. Ain't that right, John?
Oh, that's so right. In 1988, 1 year after its formation, a management crisis of LVMH led to the group's takeover by Bernard Arnault, owner of the haute couture house of Christian Dior, in the support of the Guinness Brewery Group.
Yes. Listen, there's the whole fight. They can take our booze, but they'll never take our freedom. We're going with this cat. He's great. We love him.
It was dubbed the LVMH affair and was so controversial in France that the French president, Francois Mitterrand, referred to it in a televised address.
It was no Tommy and Pam sex video. That was a real fucking shocker. Like that was a scandal. This was nothing in comparison, John.
Okay, so here's what happened. With 15 million of his own money, Arnault, together with Antoine Bernheim, a managing partner of the French bank Lazard, whatever, raised 80 million necessary to purchase the bankrupt textile company that owned Christian Dior. That's how they got their foot in. Remember, it was the three companies.
Right, the three companies that were all together and they all had board seats. This is like a fucking not Succession. What is one with Axe Capital? Jesus Christ. Everyone yell at your screens. Tell me I'm an idiot. With fucking Axe Capital. Billions. This is Billions. This is an episode of Billions of a hostile takeover.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to fucking hit him where it hurts. That's what we got to do, Wendy. Thanks for talking to me. That's not what I said. Fucking thanks, Wendy.
So, in 1987, Arnault was invited to invest in LVMH by the company's chairman, Henri Racamier. A year later, he was the company's chairman.
Fucking making moves, bro. Making moves. And Arnault, where was he from? What's his background? Do you have his pedigree?
Yeah, he's French, shrewd businessman. The biggest thing that he did was the Dior, which got him into LVMH, which got him into being the head of it.
All of them, the quatre are all Frenchmen. They call me the killer Arnault. I will be in the boardroom waiting for you. Give you your fucking walking papers.
So this huge conglomerate that has its roots in these three family companies from the 17 and early 1800s, the only one that still has family ties is Hennessy's. Killian Hennessy, the one who wanted to be a banker, and then was like, "Oh, fine, I'll take over. Oh, fine, I'll merge. Oh, fine, I'll merge."
Old duel. I always wanted to be a banker. All I ever wanted to do was count money. All right, I'll merge, and then I'll count all the money I've ever seen.
He was
Work harder, not smarter. Oh shit, I got that backwards.
Well, that makes sense because he worked on the company's advisory board until his death in 2010 at the age of 103.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Like, that is our voting age right now. Like, I don't think you should be able to vote until you're 79, and you get double votes if you hit 100. That's how it should be, John.
An eighth-generation representative of the Hennessy dynasty, Maurice Richard Hennessy, acts as one of the brand's global ambassadors.
Wait. He's a Hennessy. Is he named Maurice? Bonjour, Hennessy?
Well, remember, the Hennessys moved to Cognac way back when. So, yeah, they're Irish descent, but they've been in France for that time.
Oh, so they've been fucking their way through that whole country.
Oh, yeah. And Richard is the name of the founder. So this guy is really tied in.
Bro, like it's what I said earlier. Look, we've always been here. We're good. If we let our daughter go and fuck all her way up to the top, maybe she'll one day be one of the Hennessys. It works, John. Fucking The Secret. I read The Secret. I preconceived this outcome. Yep.
Well,
That's how
yeah.
bonjour became that.
So Maurice Richard Hennessy originally trained as a farmer before entering the family business.
Hi, I'm Maurice. I don't talk like my family. I always wanted to be a farmer. Now I'm not a farmer. I do a lot of Hennessy stuff. I don't even like to drink. My wife drank once. Really came at me hard. We had to go to counseling. Anyway, my name's Maurice. I'll be back throughout the rest of this episode, I'm pretty sure.
LVMH, which for some reason stands for Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton. LVMH, which stands for Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton. Freaking Europeans. It's the
Can't trust them.
largest and most successful purveyor of luxury goods. $10 billion was its sell point in 2000, and it's gone up every year since then.
Yeah, because you look at it's that whole supply and demand. If there is no price that we put on anything that unless we decide what that price is. Like, yeah, we have. It's all of our dollar is based on silver or gold or puka shells or fucking
Right.
2 cows or whatever it is. This is what our monetary day to day is based on. That's how the confidence we have it. So if you have this thing that we all decide like, yep, that's worth a lot. Like Supreme, some of those brands, like, oh, you can get a brick. It's a fucking brick that says Supreme on it for $80.
Right.
People buy them. Like, what the fuck? No, it's fucking Hennessy because I've seen it in all the fucking videos. Man, come on. You want to do a deep dive on drinking? Come on, man. Just saying, John.
Well, okay.
Old granddad. I want to see someone rap about old granddad.
ODB would have done it, but yeah, a little too late for that one.
We got to reach out to his son.
Yeah.
ODB part 2.
So this executive, this big man, Bernard Jean Etienne Arnault, is now 74 years old, still the chairman of LVMH since he took over 1 year after. It's in 1988. He is dubbed the Pope of Fashion by the global press because he spent the past 15 years building it from a small, nearly defunct clothing manufacturer to a conglomerate comprising approximately 50 of the world's most powerful brands.
All right, John, I see a goal, and in the secret, if I think about it, it's obtainable. I'm going to start with just t-shirts I found off the street. I'm going to rip them in a certain way. Like, these are the new things. I don't know, John. Is that what fashion is? I don't know, man.
Well, this conglomerate has become Europe's first $500 billion company. Or it says dollars, so I'm going to keep with that. It might have been euros, but it's dollars. So illustrates the sector's seemingly unstoppable growth.
That's more than video games. Things that matter. Ugh.
Yeah. So some examples. Obviously, Louis Vuitton, Bulgari, Dior, Fendi. Oh, I say this wrong all the time. Givenchy? No, Givenchy. Oh, it's really high end. Anyway, Marc Jacobs, Tiffany & Co., Moët & Chandon, Veuve Clicquot, Krug, Dom Perignon, Hennessy, Glenmorangie, Ardbeg, Belvedere, Maison Renard, Les Bon Marché, Sephora, and even Starboard Cruise Services are just a few of the over 75 companies which have folded into this international conglomerate.
Okay. Well, I was like, all high end, but we can know that you don't know them because you mispronounced a couple of them. But I would go to more of a conglomerate. There's like Popeye's Chicken, all you can eat sushi at the gas station, chugging stuff, the Ha Ha Hut. It's a small chain of comedy stores throughout fucking Encino. I don't know, John.
Well, Tiffany and Company, Tiffany and Co. is the latest of their brands, acquired in 2021, and already they've shaken things up. Their home base flagship store in New York, they now have a place where you can go and have breakfast at Tiffany's, like in the movie. It's a complete replication of the old set.
Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. I want companies to buy locations and do recreations of shit in movies. So, any of you motherfuckers move, I'll blow your motherfucking head off. I lost my wallet there. I had to pay $45 for a reservation. It was $102 for the breakfast, and then they took my wallet and stole my identity. I would definitely go again. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Well, all of this has made Anhalt a very wealthy man. Actually, the wealthiest.
Yeah, but is he rich in love, John? And I think that's the question we're all asking ourselves tonight. If you are rich in love, do you need money? I keep telling myself, maybe, but I don't have either. So back to you, John, in the studio.
From last month's New York Times report, quote, 2 French business titans, Bernard Arnault of LVMH Empire and Francois Bittencourt-Meyers of L'Oreal, are named the world's wealthiest man and woman. Their combined net worth is nearly $300 billion, according to Forbes' latest tally.
Hey, well, you know as well as I do, you call them Bernie and Frankie. These guys, they like to party. Have you ever seen a dolphin do cocaine? Well, I hadn't until I partied with these 2 cunts. It was fucking amazing. Also, dolphins are mean and very aggressive when they do cocaine. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Let's not get him in trouble. Allegedly.
Ain't that right, John?
So Mr. Arnold, 74, has leaped past American technology titans with a fortune estimated at $211 billion as of March 10th of this year. And Mrs. Bettencourt-Myers, 69, she's the wealthiest woman for the past straight 3 years with about $80.5 billion.
I heard both of them only do 10% tip. Like ridiculous, right? In the service industry, John, it's a fuck you if you leave 10%. And now they're probably going to not leave even 10% because they hear this. We know that fucking Frankie and Bernie follow this show. We're aware of it. Every Tuesday, Thursday, live Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Wich Sandwich time on Friday if you're across the pond. That's where Bernie resides. Frankie does too. We're watching you. Tip better.
And as the largest, wealthiest corporation conglomerate in Europe, and one of the largest in the world, LMVA. Oh man, I wrote that wrong. LVMH. I'm gonna just switch that in my head. Has taken to outreach and activism. There is a Louis Vuitton Foundation.
Do the LVTH support the LGBTQ? If they do, is it ASAP or is it a fucking backrunner in the? Because if it leaks to, nope, can't even say that. You can end up MIA. No, won't get a KP. I can finish that. I can't even say the middle part, John. I said it out loud, and it was like, whoa. I can't even say half of it. Acronyms, John. Acronyms.
Well, all right, fine. I'll go to the acronym. LVMH marks an International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia by announcing partnership with Le Refuge Foundation and confirming commitments to fight all forms of discrimination.
I'm 100% with it. I'll go there and fist fight anyone who doesn't believe in it. But I don't feel real comfortable hanging out with you guys. Is that cool? So, what's up? John, that's funny. It's funny because I don't believe it. And it's not true. Because fucking people are people. Like, people are strangers.
Right.
Anytime until you get to know them. And like, once you get to know them, I don't care what their background is, what their gender is, what their sexuality role, what their religion, their race. Like, if you're a fucking asshole, you're a fucking asshole.
Right.
Period. If you're but if you're cool, you're cool. And I don't see one of my closest friends in Arizona. It came from a really good household, really good family. Like, when we say, well, I mean, it was a great supportive family, but they were like nice cars, good house, really well dressed, polo shirts and all this shit, like khakis and whatever. Made friends with a dude who was like 99% street, like lived in a hotel, like missing teeth, had but a good dude, like had a hard run, and like was coming back and was doing his thing. Like, he befriended him, and I came down for Thanksgiving, and here's this dude, and the two of them went to a Guar concert.
That's awesome.
And like, it was fantastic, and he's covered in like fake blood, and his buddy who's like missing teeth and like shaved head, like, holy shit, but good people. And it was like, yeah, family, man.
Yeah.
The whole family was family. It was just like, yeah, you're good people. We know, yeah, you're great. How was it? Tell us the stories. That's fun. But if you're a piece of shit, like, no, man. And you got to call out your own, John. You got to call it your own. You can still be friends with them, but you got to call it your own. Like, you're being a piece of shit. I have to identify it. I won't get sucked in. I saw this in a movie. I'm pitching it to Hulu. I'm not going to get sucked in.
Well, my boy Pete, yeah, I have to agree. You are so against prejudgment. You are very vocal about it. I've seen you
Yep.
not just preach it, but also do it. You're as much in action as you are in words. But you are one of the biggest judgers
Yep.
I've ever known.
100%. 100%. But I will get to know you.
Yeah.
I will take the time. I will spend moments with you. Like, you ain't worth shit. You are now breaking balls, and you are making us all stupider being around you. Actively, specifically, literally. May God have mercy on your soul, because I sure as hell won't from here on out. Yeah, you can win me back. Like, man, you're being a little hard on him. Like, you know what? Prove me wrong. Tell me a good story. Tell me how it worked out in your benefit.
Yeah.
Tell me a good wingman story. Tell me a good bail you out of jail. Tell me where you weren't fucked with this dude, this person. Oh, you can't? I'll wait. Go on. Oh, because they bring beer. Oh, because they have the house. Oh, fuck that. Let's party in a goddamn vineyard like the Indians did.
Before we finish this segment up, because we're about to, someone from YouTube says, Pete, you need to speak up. Apparently, your mic is a little jostled. There you go. There you go. I think it's going to be perfect now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I gotta.
So, in addition to that statement that was just made yesterday on their website, marking that International Day, and being very strong with their support for the LGBTQIA community. There's also the Louis Vuitton Foundation, preserving and promoting art from all over the world, which is housed in Paris. It has a museum in Paris, but also has outreach to help emerging artists all over the place.
I'm going to go on a limb, John. Is that better? Check. 1, 2, 3. Sipping. Testes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, fair enough. John, I'm going to go on a limb and say, yeah, the support you're giving, like, you need to do the foundations, you need to do the fundraisers, you need to do awareness. But I feel like the LGBTQIA community would appreciate just handbags. If you go say like, hey, thanks, and get a handbag, like, that's way more than any fundraiser you're doing for, because right now that team is not winning in the courts, in the support they're doing, in the things that are happening. So give them a fucking handbag, right? Give them something. Put your money to good use.
Yeah.
Put your moe where your mouth is. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Check.
They'll let us know. All right. Finally, they also promote young innovators and startups with contests and awards for such categories as sustainability and green tech, employee experience, diversity and inclusion, image and media for brand desirability, and operations excellence.
Fucking stupid. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, that's horseshit, right? That's like, yeah, we will give the best award for inclusion. So, do you hate your neighbor? Yes, we hate all of our neighbors too. Our babies smoke and fuck the neighbors. But if you include them in this smoking, we will give you an award. Perfect. Moe out. Bullshit, bro. Bullshit. Like, you got it. Like, inclusion, all right. Like, industry, okay, maybe, but like, now how are you going to classify what your project is? Now I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make everyone in the school stop fucking taking dumps on redheads. Like, it's not cool anymore. Like, I'm going to do a whole thing about like, we're going to save the redheads. And all of a sudden I can win an award for inclusion. This is bullshit. I just did the right thing and all of a sudden I win something. No, thank you. And also I won't, John. You guys deserve everything you get. Oops.
Well, that one I kind of looked at it. I was like, oh, they're giving awards to people for coming up with things that they can then use, right? It's one of them is retail, the other one's brand marketing.
If you fancy the best master distiller, you make champagne. Very good. Make sure you have parents' consent. You're not 21. Fair mention is not for the young at heart. Or is it? I don't know. We are French. That's also, if it's very good, people take it and give you $200 and also steal everything you own. Also, ça va bien.
That's LVMH, baby.
All right, man. Couldn't ask for a better acronym. Couldn't ask for a better brand. Couldn't have asked for a better heart blockage in the right aorta. What's happening now? Nope. Couldn't ask for a better co-host, John. I know I'm giving myself a lot of leeway when I say co-host because he's the host and I'm merely a.
He's just a talent.
No, I'm not. I tag along. You're a shepherd. I'm but a sheep, John. I'm merely clay in the potter's hands. What?
Now we have MFA saying, Pete, your mic sucks. LMFAO. Love you guys. Thank you, MFA.
So good. Okay, we're gonna do because this. John, check. John, take your headphones off. Check. Take your headphones off. John, ready. Check. Take your headphones off. Roger, over. Old Man River, taking a dump in the river. Don't be downstream when this old man dumps come running down the stream. How's that, John?
It sounds good to me.
All right. Folks, let us know. We are the Two-Sided Pod. We don't know much, but we know we love you. That may be all we need to know. Coming to you Tuesdays, Thursdays, live, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time if you're across the pond on Fridays. And if you do, hey, tuck into a proper English breakfast for me. You'd be doing me a solid. I'm going to pop these bubbles, John. See what we got going.
My baby, you know I love the sound and the smell and the taste of sauerkraut, baby. See, you just keep on making that sauerkraut sound. This is Sauerkraut Sounds X, TH1X 1130, Helena, Montana.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
TH1 Sauerkraut 110-11130. We totally met in the chat room. We were chopping it up about sauerkraut. Oh, what are the odds? Sign me up, Kraut style. Remember that? Hashtag Kraut style.
Okay, so you're saying that being able to vote is called dipping. I believe if you can vote twice, you should be able to call it double dipping. And yeah, they are sort of got don't go triple, quadruple, it just gets stupid. Yeah, double dipping.
It's like Dairy Queen all over again. It's all the best and the worst of all the things you can imagine, but sealed in with the double dips. Ain't that right, John?
That's 100% right, man.
All right, so we're learning things. So even though we've been doing this 2 years, I tell you, my technology changes all the time. I hope this mic is better. It's a little more room sounding, John says.
We got some positive confirmation from that. Yep.
All right, cool. I like to, if I'm echoing, it's because I do all of my preaching in large church auditorium-like settings. If you guys hold on to the end of the show, I'm going to do an altar call in the green room. So hang on to your balls for that one.
Speaking on hanging on to your balls, let's go into our next lightning round.
Yeah. Oh, John! And how's it going? How are you? We're talking about all the fashion things that I don't keep up with, man. If it ain't about Fiona Apple or Kid Rock, I don't give a shit. But you were saying some good things, man. Thinner. You having a good show?
I'm having a great show. You know, this was something that was a little bit out of our society. It was all luxury stuff. Lightning round guy. Yeah. It's not us.
I was saying it's like John, you don't know, I don't know, neither of us. Like, what is the things that have you had? Yeah, I've had Hennessy, but anything else? Like,
What's your favorite? Anyway, no one got the joke, and I got kicked out of the mat. Anyway,
It's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
That's what I said to the judge.
right? No, I know we did. We can't get that expunged. We already went through that.
But it's still bullshit.
I know it is.
Well, you guys have the best show.
Hey, set up the green room for us, buddy. We love when you do that.
Bigger sandwiches for all bitches.
This segment of the lightning round is one of your favorites and mine. Right, that's right. It's a safe comedian. The safe comedian.
Folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are the two-sided. We don't perform without a net often, but for you tonight on Thursday, May 18th, 2023, we will perform without a net. We will be a safe comedian, and we will be doing a shot before we do that bit. Folks, tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell your preacher. Just confess to someone. We are the two-sided. We hear every week for you, for your listening pleasure. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And that's right that we're having a shot. That's perfect because this is a little different. This is a special segment of the Safe Comedian. It is where I tell my boy Pete a safe topic, and somehow the comedian still steps in it.
Oh, John. you beautiful bastard. Just when I don't have any more faith in you, you go and do something like this and redeem yourself 100%. We're going to have a good time, John. I can make anything fucking canceling. You know me, right? And I think what better way to celebrate becoming of one's true self and one's own spirit animal is to raise the glass and raise our spirits. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. You're welcome for listening.
Good man, John. Good man. Here we go. Let's do it.
So your first topic of the set is football being the world's best sport.
I know. Football, right? Defensive line, offensive line. Real men hitting each other. Fucking go in the locker room. Slap ass. Like good, like aggressive gladiator shit. No, I'm sorry, folks. My bit tonight is about the foo-foo football. The no hands. The don't be afraid to flop on the floor and pretend you're Rice's girlfriend getting knocked out in an elevator in Vegas. You faked it. Ray Rice. There we go. Carolina Panthers. I'm doing this deep cuts for I know there's a fan in the back that knows about fucking Rice. Fucking. Anyways, is this thing on? Is this thing on? All right. Hey, what are we talking about here? Soccer? Yeah. Kick the ball. All right, Pele. Yeah, this ain't a Ted Lasso episode. Ain't nobody get out of here alive. I mean, at least emotionally hurt. Wait. Why is everyone leaving? Oh, did you give me the yellow card? Or the red card? Or the fucking, you have cards? Fucking nerd. Boo! Look at your shorts. I can see your balls from here, you fucking piece of shit. All right, that's my time, apparently. Won't be back in this club. Woo! John, you see
Already better.
Way easier.
Already better.
Way easier.
This next one's
Way
real.
easier. What? I'm so happy. It's like Christmas. I came down the stairs. There's all these packages. I'm like, they're all for me. He's like, unwrap them. Be a fucking asshole to everything you open. It's like, I can do that, Dad. I can do that. Hey, careful, you might shoot your eye out. Or if you're lucky, you'll shoot both eyes out. I was like, fuck yeah! I get to it, baby.
The next topic is Cool Ranch being the best Doritos flavor.
Hey guys, how's it going? Any smokers out here? Weed smokers? I know we're fucking in this day and age. There's no cigarette smokers. That's evil. Fuck off. Whatever. All right. Fuck. Don't judge me. I'm just saying that's pretty funny. Weed smokers? Yeah, of course you all are. Fucking right-wing leaning. Look at you. I bet you legalized it here. I know this guy was smoking before it was legal. This guy still is selling me illegal shit. Can we get a light? Nope, there's no light. All right, fair enough. Do you guys get the munchies when you smoke? No, I mean the munchies. When you eat shit food, like mustard sandwiches. Like, fucking start a pot of boiling water. Let's pull whatever we can get off the road. Like, if you boil it, it's not going to be fucking infected. Roadkill grill. No, I'm just saying, have you ever gotten so high that you've eaten Cool Ranch Doritos? Oh, now it's loud as fuck? Oh, there's a fucking quiet as a church mouse up in this bullshit before. Oh, now I hit a nerve. Okay, fair enough. You know what? When's the last time you were at a nice restaurant and said, your finest Cool Ranch flavored of things? Give me a queso. Go to a nice Spanish bellissimo. Sometimes it's very, very nice to have a queso. is ultra cheddar, spicy cheddar. Ooh, 3 kinds of queso. It's very good. Try that shit. Ooh, it's Cool Ranch. Do you have? It's Cool Ranch. There's no. It's ranch that we made. Is Secret Valley with. This is bullshit. No, you don't, because you're fucking animals. It's the worst fucking snack ever. I will fist fight anyone who comes up on the stage. I promise you. I swear to God. Looking at you, Stoner McGee. I could take this guy. I could take his girlfriend too. But anyone else, I have extra fucking Cheetos up here. So let's all agree to disagree.
You know, it's a really awesome added thing to that. Let's call it spooky action at a distance, because our man Spondy on the chats talking about your microphone being good again threw out Cool Ranch, brah. Right as we were going into the lightning round, I was like, oh, I have to bite my tongue until it's over. It's so awesome. We're all connected,
really
baby.
should.
We're all connected.
Brother, fuck yeah, Spondy. Man, my man Spondy, like, you guys throw him a follow. He's on stereo. Like, he just, I don't know if we're following on Insta. I don't think we're following Insta. Are we?
Probably.
If you are, yeah. No, because you're not posting. No, I'm saying if you're posting, fucking post something. DM me. Fucking, bro, I'll throw some weird shit at you on a very personal level. I'll wreck house, WWE style.
And that's not just for Spondy, but for others.
For anyone, I ruined Loku's Blauser's ability to watch a few movies. I want you to know I can do things. You want to stop smoking? Not a problem. I mean, not for me, but I mean, just generally in life. You want to stop watching a movie? Call me. I will wreck it for you.
And if you want to find us, our Insta is at two-sided pod, TWO sided pod, all one word. All right, no, let's get through the rest of this lightning round. You've been having so much fun with it. The next one is the new smoking regulation has helped to clean up Southern California.
I had it. Burger. I had a fucking space. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, no, that's a good thing. Folks, how many of you are smokers? No, I'm not talking about that hippie fucking weed smoking. I'm talking real American cigarette smoking. Yeah, the cancer sticks, baby. Oh, the heroin's in the filter. Only real smokers know that shit. You guys get me. These two do. Fuck you, man. Anyway, hear me out, right? Yeah, it cleaned up California, but it made it a lot more difficult to meet people. This is bullshit. You don't have a weed smokers area. How am I going to go out and bum a light, fucking bum a weed? Bum a weed? I'm not that old. Fuck you. Jesus Christ. Here's the deal, because I had to drink too much because I couldn't smoke here. That's why. You guys are assholes. Usually I'm outside the bar smoking before my set. I'm at the bar dealing with your fucking smoking regulations. Clean up California. Clean up my balls. Fuck you. I'm out. That's my time, folks. Thanks for showing up.
All right. Let's say goodbye, bye, PD. He's got to get out of here. Oh.
See that, John? That one I get deep with.
Yeah.
You ruined my life first, and I was like, I can't even find my cigarettes. I can't. I'm addicted to drama and nicotine, so I still have a special place in my heart for that one.
we technically have a fourth, and you've been loving it, but I don't know. Maybe we should end there. That's up to you. My Pete, what do you say?
I'll go quick, man. I'm good. Like, right. I really have a lot of ways to turn a lot of positive things negative tonight, John. I don't want to take that away from the community, right? I don't want to take it away from the fans. You say keep it for the Patreon, keep it for the farmers only and the fans, just because. I say no, John. Let's roll the dice. Let's see what happens. Let's wreck house tonight, baby.
Our final final topic for you to throw out as the safe comedian is the best approach with a romantic relationship is to wait until marriage to have sex.
Here's the deal, John. As a safe comedian who's making jokes that shouldn't be like this, that I just realized what we're doing, that it only took three, me being negative, being the comedian turning the positive into the negative, and now I'm the safe comedian turning the positive into the negative. John, what I have to say is, boy, howdy shucks. I wish we would have stopped at three. But I'm here on stage, folks, right? And I just want to, is this thing on? Is this thing on? So they say you should wait to have carnal knowledge of your best friend, but until you're married. Well, well, I was watching Top Gun with the original, sir, from 1988, with my best friend, my girlfriend. And I said, hey, for unlawful carnal knowledge of a woman this time? And she said, was there a time before? And I said, no. And she said, nope, there's no way to do it. There's literally no way to do it. There's really only to be the negative of this. Here's the deal, folks. I was brought up here for this church function. I know we're in the rec room. I know it's a church event, but there's a basketball hoop behind you that's pulled up. It's dark. You have tablecloths. You're sitting on a court. Fuck off. Let me talk. Oh, you say you should wait till marriage? Come on, man. Do you buy a car without driving it? Come on. Is it four-wheel drive? Is it good handling? Does it do anal? These are all questions I ask when I bought my Chevy Subaru. Folks, it's not out yet. And that's why you need to be an aggressive consumer. That's my time. I don't think I'll be getting paid, so I'm going to take some casseroles on the way out. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we might be changing the safe comedian into that because
There's
you hated the safe comedian bits beforehand.
I hate the safe comedians. There's no reason for a safe comedian. A safe comedian should be fucking stoned, and not like the good way, like we do before a show, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, live on Thursdays on YouTube at Two-Sided Pod. Also, that's 4 a.m. Eastern Greenwich Mean Sandwich time on Fridays. John, it's not that good kind of stone. It's the ones where you aggressively throw rocks at a person for being stupid and lesser than. I would say like a Philistine.
We got one more segment. This is going to go quick. We got some messages, so let's hit those.
Yeah, let me pop these bubbles. We're doing good on that.
Played for the Ravens, dude. Come on, Pete. He didn't play for the Panthers. I should have his girlfriend though.
No, here's the deal. He hit her so hard that I lost my memory about what team he played for. That's the truth.
And that is how you alienate a whole fucking continent of Europe.
Boom, baby.
Like a football. Yeah, it's real football. Not American football shit, which has nothing to do with kicking, except for the kickers and the punters that apparently you don't even let them. So what the fuck?
See, John, it worked. All the things we wished after we read The Secret are coming to fruition. We're alienating whole countries, entire continents. We say bridging the international gap is bullshit. We would have burned this motherfucking bridge to the ground.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Masculine man.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I would like the Cool Ranch special. Yes, that's right. Cool Ranch special.
What? What?
Doritos.
What?
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 You don't have Doritos? But that's what I want. That's what needs to be special. People can't take pointers. Yeah.
Can't have another fucking Dorito. But sir, it's just a wafer thin Dorito. You can have but one more. Oh, missiles, I don't want another Dorito. But sir, it's Cool Ranch. All right, fucking shove it in me gob.
The fact you say that with such aplomb and so yes, this is my silver badge. Not even silver gold, it's a gold badge. I really am sleep deprived. So anyway, you've got this gold badge of, oh yeah, I'll just fuck up anything that you love. Okay, it's kind of starting to sound like Liam Neeson, but my point is, with like that, should I give you a nickname like Good Luck Chuck or something? Because I swear, the moment that you're involved, things get.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you want to be on a caper with me. All right, we're gonna have to rob fucking faulty towers to get the Bank of England's money, and then it's maybe we don't have breakfast anymore after 10, something like that. I don't know. We're gonna work it out in post.
Dudes and dudettes, I got a public service announcement for Pete and John right there. It's time to ranch it up!
Yeah.
Doing having gay lunch? You gotta get vertical instead of horizontal, my Milano.
Totally cool,
You wanna
bro.
get horizontal hokey pokey on some freshman 15s in the quad? You wanna hit this ranch? I don't know. I'm meeting up with some Oriental background actresses later. You know they can get vert, bro.
Totally, bro.
311 in the
Bro, you know exactly what I'm saying. Fucking Cool Ranch, bro.
Hey guys, I got another one for you. Coming right at you.
What's up, bro? What's up, brother bears at 840 yet? Buzz me, Milano. You go to the quad later?
I think that need to do somebody else.
Dude, I know
Bro,
you.
I go to the
man.
quad every day.
Well, Mike. What's up, little Mike? You want to hit this ranch?
Boy.
You were being mad weird right now, dude. I'm gonna jet on my sick new hoverboard.
Totally making my ranch style, bro.
Yo,
Oh, bro, come on. That's not very queso of you. I'm fucking ranched out.
You know, they're not up to the Cool Ranch standards.
what are you up to, man? Looking over pie charts and BCC and your boss
Really?
picks? Don't be mulatto right now, dude. You want some ranch?
Yeah, bro.
What's up with
I'll
you, dude?
definitely take
You're being like a narc right now. You're being so narcoleptic.
You're not down with the Cool Ranch, bro? What's wrong with you, man?
Very quick.
I thought we were like that. I thought we were like this, bro.
You're being very narcoleptic. Wait, am I falling asleep? Am I somehow sleeping on the goddamn job? Is that what is happening? I feel like I am.
Hey, fellas.
How you doing?
MFA here. I see the gang's all present. Nice to be here. Between Pete, Mike, I'm glad you fixed it. Thank you. Thank you very much. It was like every third word was coming through when I was trying to watch on the YouTubes. Anywho, I think it's Muse, lover. Your mic is so freaking loud, bro. When one of your messages, your first message played when I got here on the stereo app, you startled me. Love yous. Love yous all. Hope you all doing well.
Love yous. I like to be, sometimes during the show, I fall asleep. It's it's like a warm glass of milk to me. So I like to have those loud moments of yelling about fucking football that really get my defensive line very stimulated.
Love you, MFA.
Love you. Mwah. So glad you're here. Mwah.
So glad you're here. Mwah.
Whoa! Man, that's some freaking wild out fucking bitchin' fucking shit right there. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh. Whoa. So much fucking sprinkle of fucking Cool Ranch against that fucking spicy fucking nacho. The fuck out of here. Yeah. Whoa.
Barely they don't like the verde. Here we are here to say it's picante. Ooh.
I love that is going to be our last message of the episode. Any others that come in will be played in the same room if you're listening live on the stereo app, in our green room, but not in the show. So because we're going into our final segment, my boy Pete, are you ready?
John, I'm so ready. Let's kick this pig and make it squeal, baby.
Well, Marion Robert Morrison was born on May 26, 1907, in Winterset, Iowa.
1927.
1907.
1907.
Yeah, May 26th.
Marion?
That's what I thought. Marion Robert Morrison.
Yeah,
Now
Marion Morrison. Okay.
That middle name is a little bit up for debate because sources also list him as Marion Michael Morrison, which was apparently on his birth certificate, but his younger brother was born Michael and named Michael, so they just changed it to Robert in the family. But also, they might have changed it to Marion Mitchell Morrison. So there's three different possibilities.
All right. So right off the bat, we have no idea what's happening to the show. Perfect. John, this is exactly how I feel anytime we start the two-sided pod. Folks, welcome to the party.
Yeah, I recently I felt I should put you a little off kilter instead of giving you everything up front.
What?
So, Marion, the eldest of two children.
No, I can't. Like, you're trying to now put me off kilter. You've never given me anything. Now you're trying to put, nope, I'm not going to let that one slide, motherfucker. Welcome to the party. No, sir. 3 bags full of fuck you. No, sir. I know nothing. I know nothing. I'm like Sergeant Schultz in this podcast. And it continues to be that way. And I want you to know, just because if you're a cop, you have to tell me, and this will be documented in the prosecution's case, that I know nothing.
Well, maybe we should do a shot. That will help.
Oh, here we go. Now he's trying to get me drunk, folks. This is going against your case, but I'm going to do it against my better judgment, John. But you can take your booze out of the boy, but you can't take your boy out of the booze. Ya boy Pete, motherfuckers.
So as you're pouring that, I'll just give a little background. The oldest of two children, born to Clyde and Mary, known as Molly Morrison. Morrison moved to Lancaster, California, around the age of 7.
Central California. We call that the crotch of California. No one likes to be there, but somehow that's where all the magic happens. John, here's to you, buddy.
Cheers to you, buddy. Bink.
Bink, bink, bink.
Ooh, you like this because, oh, hold on.
Oh, you'll love this. If you like Giorgio, you'll fucking love Primo. Ooh, Jesus.
The family moved again a few years later after Clyde, the father, failed in his attempt to become a farmer, settling in Glendale.
Failed in his attempt to become the Glide. He became a farmer and then failed at that. God damn it, Clyde. What are you doing for this family? No gliding, no farming. 5 foot nothing, 100 nothing. Man, you ain't shit. Sorry, John. I'm trying to do a little background. Like if we're trying to pitch this to Netflix, I need them to know there's heart in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just fucking facts. Not just facts, baby.
Well, that time it was to Southern California and Glendale.
All right, fair enough. Everyone's coming there because at that point it's nope, it's he was born in 1907, so I think he came early. So I think it's probably like maybe in the 20s, I'm guessing. Anyway, it's before Disneyland. So
teens. It's the teens for sure.
It's the teens. So he definitely didn't know about fucking the racism of Walt Disney.
Oh yeah, definitely. So Morrison,
I mean, so go ahead. Anti-Semite. Sorry, I digress.
Marion Robert, or whatever the middle name it was, Morrison received the nickname of Duke while living there. From that young age, he started referring to himself as Duke Morrison. He also had a dog by that name and spent much of his time with his pet that the pair became known as Little Duke and Big Duke.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. This is about Duke Morrison. This is Duke. This is about Duke. So we're doing a dog story. Hey, John. Hey, tell your dog I said hey. Fuck you. Tell your dog I said hey.
I think that's cute. Hey, Little Duke. Hey, Big Duke. And which was which? Which was which?
Tell me he didn't get laid with that. I'm sorry. I don't want to be crass, John. He's like, you want to see Little Duke? But your dog's not here. Well, I'll give you a little barking if you need to.
So Duke.
Who let the Dukes out?
Duke excelled in his classes and in many different activities in high school, including student government and football.
And dog handling. Sorry.
Naturally.
No, yeah, no, 100%. I was going to go to ROTC, but yeah, but he did have a lot of hobbies. Anyway, go ahead.
So he got himself a football scholarship at the University of Southern California and started college in the fall of 1925. Unfortunately, after 2 years, an injury took him off the football field and ended his scholarship.
Yeah, he wasn't much for book learning, that Duke. He was good for running, jumping, pushing, fighting, dog, rearing. I train people. I rehabilitate dogs. I'm Duke Morrison. My scholarship is out.
Now, many assumed that it was a football injury, but he had actually injured himself body surfing in Newport Beach.
It'll happen, John.
All right.
It'll fucking happen. Like, that's why body surfing is fun on little waves and it's silly, but boogie boarding is way better if you're going to be silly, but you'll get fucked up on that too, man. My high school, after I was out of high school, my high school music teacher broke his neck boogie boarding in Hawaii. He would go to Hawaii twice a year, and he was like the known bachelor, and he taught choir and like show choir. Like, it was one of those things that don't ask, don't tell. I went to Hawaii, did the thing, and so he was at Hawaii. Like, wow, that guy. It was very, but recovered, like came back,
oh wow, walk. I wasn't sure where you're going with that.
It took 2 years, and like the first time I saw him, like I would always go see him. He was a great dude. He was my voice teacher. He was did the children's chorus, did the local chorus, did 2 churches, did our high school. He did my quartet before I went to college.
He was an introduced.
Yeah.
He introduced you to a cappella, which I know was a
Yes.
big thing for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
He introduced, like, he truly, but everything was, because for 3 years it was always, here's singing, here's accompaniment, here's this. I'm like, I don't, but he had other students who's like, all right, let's try this, and brought us in, like, here's the chord, you guys have good pitch, let's try and learn this. And he taught us all individually the song, our own tune.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I can't imagine how the baritone, like, I'm paying $15 a lesson to learn, I don't know, but I do when I do. Like, what the fuck? Holy shit. At least I had leads and shit, you know what I mean? Like, bass was good, but he taught that. And then you're like, oh, this is how you learn a cappella. This is how you learn pitch. This is how you learn to follow your own. And it made me a way better singer after doing that, just to follow your own line. Like, I could do duets, I could do choruses, I could do anything. Like, I have no problem following the line now, which is great. But he wasn't great at it. You know what I mean? Like, it took college to.
Well, but he was the inspiration. He was the spark.
Right.
And he has a connection
also,
to Duke Morrison, right?
Right. And he, broke a neck, boogie board, body surfing, same thing, bro.
Bad injury.
Duke Morrison took you out of your football scholarship, took you out of the fucking chorus game. Same idea, same pitch.
So out of school, Duke worked as an extra and prop man in the film industry. He first met director John Ford while working as an extra in Mother Machree in 1928. With The Big Trail, 1930, Duke received his first leading role thanks to director Raoul Walsh. Walsh is often credited with helping him create his now legendary screen name, John Wayne.
He had very tiny feet. He had a love for dogs. He had an affinity for body surfing. These are the things we remember about John Wayne.
Unfortunately, that Western was a box office dud. So, from 1930, for nearly a decade, Wayne toiled in numerous B-movies, mostly Westerns, for a lot of different studios. He was even a singing cowboy named Sandy Saunders. And during that period, he also started developing his man of action persona, which would serve as the basis of many of the popular characters he had later on.
It's like the two-sided pod that we go live every Thursday. I'm trying to develop my persona as the man of stupidity. I just shoot from the hip. I don't aim. Normally, comedy is a sniper game, but I'm more of a shotgun and spray and pray kind of guy. So I get it. I get it.
Crap. Okay, so his big break was working with John Ford in Stagecoach, 1939. Basically, people recognized this as his first leading film because the other one was such a dud and flop and not super Hollywood. So Wayne played the Ringo Kid, an escaped outlaw who joins an unusual assortment of characters on a dangerous journey through the frontier lands on a stagecoach. Have you seen that movie? His entrance into it with the rotating shotgun, and then just like the camera zooming in on everything, and then him like bouncing back like a bomb just blew up in front of him. It's beautiful.
It was very, very well filmed. Like he had the chops. Like he was doing that shit earlier, but it was all about the cinematography at that point. The Stagecoach, like, they had a great script, they had a great cast, but the way it was filmed really made the movie. And that's like one of the first ones you can see, like, that cinematography was a thing.
Yeah, John Ford was, he jumped real deep into propaganda films, but he was an amazing cinematographer. He knew the shots he wanted, and he executed them that there still are today.
Right, 100%. Like you'll still see some of his shots in modern day films of like, oh, here's the close up of here's the pan in, it's almost like not the Quentin Tarantino shot where it's too. John, here's the deal. I show up for a good time, not for an aggressively correct time.
Right.
And I think I'm nailing that right now. I feel like people are like, yeah, he kind of knows, but he doesn't know. And I feel like that's me doing my due diligence.
Let's jump forward. So we now know we're talking about John Wayne. He's known as the Patriot and known as so many things. But when World War II came, there's speculation that possibly he purposely avoided military service because evidence suggests that his attempts to enlist in the Navy were rejected because of his age or an old football injury. Remember, it was body surfing, or a federal government directive to draft boards to go easy on actors entertaining the troops overseas and making films. They wanted to build morale.
So none of the things you don't know. It could
no
be.
One knows.
It could be.
Right.
It could be. It could be. So right
and it's
now
muddled.
You're muddling the idea we have of John Wayne, fucking Morrison, Madison, Michelob, Michelson,
Marion.
We don't know
Michael something or something.
We don't know his middle name, John. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
You get it. Ain't that right, John?
But during those years, well, so many troops were fighting. And never mind. Okay, no, I'm not going to go into that.
Yeah,
so he was entertaining the troops overseas and making films as the popular action adventure Flying Tigers in 42, the Fighting Seabees. They were expendable. Back to Bataan, all of which featured Wayne as quintessentially American fighting men who overcame great odds. So he was showing what others were actually doing overseas, and that's why so many looked at him as that.
Right. Yeah. No, the propaganda of, because it was also like, hey boys, this is what can happen. They didn't see All Quiet on the Western Front, John. They might have read the book, but that doesn't fucking mean shit if you haven't seen the movie. Ooh. 4:30 a.m.
The silent film, the first film version of that from 28.
You
looking at
are
that right?
scaring the shit out of me.
2930 won the Oscar for Best Feature. All Quiet on the Western Front. The third Oscar ever for Best Feature.
Yeah, no, I know. And that was not as tragic as the one that just won for Best Sound Effects and Best wow, John. Wow.
All right. Wow. So by the end of the war, he had John Wayne had firmly established himself as one of Hollywood's top stars, and he played the part well. He wore 4-inch lifts in his shoes, a toupee, and had an eye lift in the 1960s.
John, I want to make that eye lift money. I can do the toupee, I can do the lifts, but it's that eye lift money that I'm looking for. Folks, if you like what you heard, you can't believe that we're still here, don't be afraid to link above and see on our YouTube where we have our Patreon, and you can pay us $5 a month, a measly $5 a month. I will sing in the arms of an angel on your goddamn answer machine for $5 a month.
He will.
It's less than a cup of coffee. I promise you, I will find your phone and I will. No, but
You won't be able to get rid of it. It'll be deadlocked in there.
it's like YouTube. YouTube. Who's like YouTube? Jesus Christ.
All right. Let's flash forward. From the 1930s to the 1970s, John Wayne starred in nearly 80 Hollywood films. But by the late 1960s, some Americans had tired of Wayne's and his simplistically masculine and patriotic characters that he just played over and over and over again.
And those are not real Americans, John. The real Americans love John Wayne and have shrines to him to this day. That's the John Wayne I know and love. John, the true patriot. You might say that I'm building an arsenal. You may say that I might siege some sort of building, but it will be the Cannes Film Festival, and I'm building my arsenal of John Wayne films. John, I'm a true patriot. Ain't that right, John?
Well, yes, because he responded. Wayne proved more adaptable than many expected. In his Oscar-winning role in True Grit, 1969, he began to escape the narrow confines of his own good guy image. And he had been previously nominated twice, but never won for Best Actor in 1949's Sands of Iwo Jima and 1960's The Alamo, which he directed and produced. His final film, The Shootist, 1976, won over even more severe critics, even his most severe critics. Wayne, who was himself battling lung cancer, had been for a while, played a dying gunfighter whose moral codes and principles no longer fit in the changing world. They said, "We don't want to see you anymore. We want to see this." He said, "Okay, well, here's this." And he did it well.
Yeah, John. Two-sided style. Exactly. You don't want this, but this is what you're going to get. And we're going to do it not that well. Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Ain't that right, John?
Yep. People thought of him as the kind of brainless, straightforward, pew pew, shoot him up. I'm tough sheriff persona. But we found in the biography, John Wayne, The Life and Legend from Scott Iman, that he was very cultivated. He was a talented chess player, pretty good at bridge, a penchant for reciting Milton and Dickens and Shakespeare from memory. He also had on his bookshelves Lolita, first edition, Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, first edition, as well as a complete set of Winston Churchill's prose.
All right, fair enough. But who hasn't read Lolita a couple times in the privacy of their own home? John. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, John. All right. I'm a hobbit, you're a hobbit, we're all hobbits. Let's go to a mountain. Yeah. First edition, don't mind if I do. Lolita, let's go back to that. Great book. Like Fanny Hill. Like Behind the Green Door. All good things. They're first of their kind. John. Ain't that right, John?
Yeah. So a couple of things to wrap him up. His politics are known for being right of center, but they were not always right of center. Sometimes they were quite liberal. But in the later part of his life, he was known for his anti-communism. He just flipped out with that, and it became a big thing. So really big in the Vietnam War, where so many Hollywood personalities were going one way, he went the other way. And Republican voting Dennis Hopper, who starred in 2 films with John Wayne, said he was not right wing enough for the Duke, who called him the commie. He would say, this is quote, he would say, "Where's the in-house commie?" to Hopper, or to people for Hopper.
Right. No, and Hopper said, once this bus hits 50 miles an hour, you guys are all fucked. Right. I'll start with an elevator. I'll end with John Wayne.
Yeah.
Ain't that right, John?
So he was a heavy smoker, as many know, up to 5 or 6 packs a day.
Woo!
He was first diagnosed with lung cancer in 1964 and underwent extensive surgery. Dennis Leary has a great bit about this. One of his lungs was removed.
Yeah, keep going. You're good.
All right, in 79, Wayne died of cancer. He reportedly converted to Roman Catholicism on his deathbed. To this day, public polls identify him as one of the most popular actors of all time.
Okay, I'll give it. Marilyn Monroe, John Wayne, even James Dean. Most people haven't seen any James Dean or Marilyn Monroe,
Yep.
But they love him. Good. Yeah, I'm with it. Okay.
Finally, I want to put this in. So, under family leadership since its formation, the John Wayne Cancer Foundation continues to fund novel and innovative programs to improve cancer patient outcomes while saving lives through research, education, awareness, and support. This is from the John Wayne Foundation website, obviously. Block and Blaze, which is a group providing youth education around skin cancer and prevention and protection, and the John Wayne Grit series are among the organization's flagship programs. So this has actually been a huge effort from his estate and his family in the name of John Wayne, who died of lung cancer.
It all came here, John. This is why it's about skin cancer and Block and Blaze. That's you. Like you're like, as a ginger, as a see-through person, I also know how skin cancer can affect lungs because I'm see-through. My lungs get affected. I don't smoke, but if I did, they'd be affected by the sun as well, and they are. John, ain't that right, John?
Yeah, that's right. That's John Wayne.
I like how we run things here.
The sources of this episode of Two Sided have been, all right, first segment, absparis.com, the Encyclopedia, LVMH.com, the Louis Vuitton Foundation, Harvard Business Review, Financial Times, Hypebeast.com, and the New York Times. Second segment, biography.com, Britannica, johnwayne.com, the History Channel, notablebiographies.com, Telegraph, the Daily Beast, and Irish Central.
Let's focus on Irish Central because that is one of the websites that I feel like we all need to go to. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, take a step back right now. Don't be afraid because you're probably listening to this on Spotify, Apple Pod, Amazon Music. Hit pause, go to Irish Central and see what pops up. I promise you, it'll be nothing about John Wayne. And this is where we get John. We box him in and we teach him a lesson. That is my takeaway.
Well, speaking of takeaways, my boy Pete, is there anything from this episode that you'd like to take a second glance, a second look, a second thought, a second opinion at? This is Pete's Retraction Corner.
John, actively, I was perfect during this show. I feel like I hit all the marks. I was kind. I was giving. I was a caring nurturer, John. I feel like this is one of those special moments where I have nothing to regret. You're welcome for listening to me.
I would actually agree. This has been great. Well,
See, buddy?
thanks for listening, everybody. We have
No,
our
you're
open chat.
welcome for listening, everybody.
We have our open chat show live on stereo every Tuesday at our usual start time. So if you want to join us or want to throw some topics out there, email twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO sidedpod@gmail.com. And for those listening live on the stereo app, stick around in this room for a continued chat in the green room right now for our after show wind down. That's a wrap for tonight. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
I'm my boy Pete, and the more I think about it, the more I want to retract, because like a lot of accents were not good, but I feel like I'm going to stand by them in Southern California.
And this was our show. You can eavesdrop wherever you get your podcasts and even join us live, both on our YouTube channel, handle at two-sided-pod, TWO sided pod, all one word, and the stereo app every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the serious and the fun, here on Two-Sided. I love you, Pete.
Love you, John. Good luck. Most likely kill you in the morning. Dead inside.